international port. They still call Kampong Pluk in Khmer. Kampong, it means port, and Pluk, it means elephant tusk. And you look at those people who died in the war between Khmer against Champa. They fell from the boat into the lake and became the food of the crocodile. There were a lot of crocodile, but not anymore. And today you may find the crocodile in the farming by those Khmer and Vietnamese who living on the lake. And you check it, all of this color is black color on the carving. It's not the original when it was built, but it can be from the weather and from the people cooking food during the communist war. And the elder people told me that there were a lot of people ran into the stone wall and stone gallery, and they burned the firewood and cooking food, and sometimes they just burn the firewood just to keep the family members safe from the insect, from the bug. And check this, and you look at this Cambodian family together with two kids and playing around, and this coconut tree, and this guy taking a nap. Cambodian people, after lunch, most of them, they love to take a nap in small hammocks or under the family, under the house like this. And this guy can mean like this, two guys drinking alcohol or smoking something and playing together with the kid. And this must be really rich family, Cambodian family in that time, and surrounded by the wet dress. So this lady in the middle must be really rich. And this, in the inscription, we knew that the King J7 who constructed this building, he's not just built a home for the god, but he built more than 102 hospitals for all Shoshoq class of people can get the medical care and services for free. One month, at least 38,000 tons of rice they gave to one hospital. So there are more than 37 hospitals from the main road in front of Angkor Wat straight up to the north to Phimai in Thailand. Used to have more than 32 hospitals. And hunting the animal, you look at this, father teaching his son how to hunt and kill the animal with the wooden arrow like this. Hunting animal for the horn, for the meat, for the leather. From this part of the wall straight to the west side, you can see the activities of Cambodian family, most of women selling the agricultural product in the small store, and the men working hard at the field, at the rice field, growing melon, growing organic vegetable, and bring home for his wife selling in the small store. And this is one of the cockfighting. You look at Khmer culture, Khmer tradition, they made the images of foreigner on the left side and together with the owner, Khmer people, on the right side. So Khmer people, we can recognize them by checking the earlobe and hairstyle, and Chinese with the small earlobe, short earlobe and the beard, and playing cockfighting, one of the famous gambling in that time. You look at this, not for fun. And both sides, they got a small bowl. This bowl can be for coin, for money. The winner got a lot of coin and put in this bowl. And Khmer people back to Angkor period, they knew how to make a scale. You look at weighing how many kilograms of fish and selling to Chinese people. Even that time, they know how to make a scale. So World War, the French people, they misunderstanding, they call this dog fighting. They already wrote in the history book dog fighting. You look at these images, it doesn't look like dog. It looked like a wild pig, wild boar. They play this kind of gambling just during the religious ceremony for fun. Wrestling. Khmer people who are old enough, around 18, 19 year old, want to become a great warrior, they have to go to train with this teacher on the right. We can recognize them, check them with the necklace. Trainer and trainee. Train how to use spear and shield. Round shield like this, we call in Khmer, Kal Rong Wong Brachan. It means moon-shaped shield. If you see the shield look like water buffalo horn, we call Kal Snang Krabay in Khmer. It means water buffalo horn shield. They practice how to use all of this kind of weapons. From the inscription, we knew that we took at least some 15% of stone, remaining stone from the temple to build this one more. It's not all stone took it out from the quarry, but some are leftover stone from the small shrine in this complex. You look at this, the images of Khmer artisan or Khmer engineer who cut the stone with this axe, hammer, chisel. They shape the block of stone. And you look to the second tier, you can see those people who cutting block of stone from the quarry. And the archaeologists told me that they took the stone from under the river, from under the water. It's much better quality than the stone which is exposing to the sun, to the air. Because stone from under the river, it have enough moisture, it's really tough and strong. It doesn't absorb the acid from the rain. And this one of the martial art during Angkor period, known as wrestling or labab look really similar to the wrestler in Japan, sumo. But all of these are real. It's originated in Khmer type of wrestling. Right now we are standing in one of the 49 room of Bayon temple. You're looking up to the top above the door frame. You could find this small hole. Those holes are not the hole for ventilation for the breeze and for the sunlight, but actually the ancient Khmer engineer designed those holes just in order to separate the weight coming from the top. If we don't make the arch hole above the door, the heavy weight of block of stone will pressing down and make the door frame crack. So they make those holes to separate the weight, to divide the weight from the top. And this round shaped hole on both sides of the door was the original hole of wooden door frame, but all completely gone. So there are four door pointing four directions. So must be one person can get inside the room in that time and sitting in front of the statues of Buddha doing meditation. As you know, doing meditation is to clean our thought, speech, activity. So if you follow all those eightfold paths, we can reach to nirvana or heavens. The top of the tower, there are four smiling faces. The meaning behind those smiling faces are represented four divine state of mind of Buddha. He loved everyone, loving kindness, charity, sympathy, and equanimity. Everyone are equal. Everyone can come here and sit down in front of the statue and doing meditation. Hindu, they don't really do meditation. What they do is they do like yoga, the word yoga, or pradesana in Hindu word. It means they walk clockwise 3 rounds around the statues of the god and then pouring the waters over the Shiva lingam. And looking to the right side, this is still under reconstruction. We don't know exactly how long does it take to complete the renovation project of the 3rd floor. So now the Cambodian people, they are working hard to make this a safety step to get to the 3rd level, known as the level of the tomb of the great Buddhist king, J7. Right here, there's one phallic symbol of Lord Shiva. It is not the original Shiva lingam on top of this stone pedestal, but it's made someone who believed in Lord Shiva, they took it from somewhere and put on top of this original stone pedestal of Buddha. The original statues of Buddha was chipping off by the Hindu people and replaced with the Shiva lingam. Shivaratri is known as the full moon nights. In India, they go down to Ganges River to clean and purify and blemish off the bad thing from our body. But before those Hindu people who believe really deep in this male god Shiva pouring the waters, they need to walk clockwise 3 rounds. And they keep recite the word and calling the name of Shiva Linga or Unama Shiva. Unama Shiva. They're walking 3 rounds. And then those Hindu people, they must stand at the south part of this Shiva Lingam. South in Khmer, we say Tubong. Tubong, it means head. We standing top head of God Shiva and we pouring the waters. We try to make the water flowing down to the north. North in Khmer, we say Chung. And it means we want to make the water flowing to the lake of Lord Shiva. The water flowing down from between the 2 lakes of Lord Shiva, it become Amrita or holy water. So Amrita is the name of the holy waters coming out from the Hindu mythology called churning the ocean of milk. If those people get a drop of Amrita, they can live forever. They can get long life. So we are Cambodian Buddhists. We don't really come here and pouring the water. What we do on Khmer New Year celebration is cleaning our God, dad and mom, and then Srang Pre, washing the statues of Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha in the pagoda. We washing, we believe that we will coming back in our next life with beauty form. Because we make the God statue clean, we believe in reincarnation, we can come back as human being form or the God form, not actually form, not creature. Okay, now we are moving a little bit to the northern part of Bayon that I just show you at the moment. And now we are standing in front of one of the temple in Angkor Thom compound. It's called Baphuon, which was built is a little bit earlier than Angkor Wat from 1050. It's older, and it was the holy building built for the top god or supreme god in Hindu religion, known as the god Shiva, sitting on the holy cow Nandin. You look at the original entrance of this Baphuon temple with the elevated bridge or rainbow bridge supporting by the round columns. At least 1 row, they put 108 columns supporting the rainbow bridge. And Baphuon is a modern name given to temple by local people. It was a place where they kept the treasure or keep the family members safe from the bad enemy. Ba, it means father or male god. Puon, it means hiding. So the meaning of this building, it was a place where the Khmer people used to hide something inside this. But when it was built in 1050, it was not that name. It was the original name called Shivapura, or the capital of Lord Shiva, or the home of Lord Shiva. At least the original tower of this building, the design with 108, it means 108 room or 108 Shiva Lingam was kept inside this building. And this building, it took more than 18 years to restore by the French guy, Mr. Pascal. If you go a little bit to the western part of this building, you could see the stone block with the name of the French guy who spent his whole life to restore this building, Mr. Pascal, and together with the biggest reclining Buddha from 16th century at the western side. Coming to see this Baphuon temple, most of people love to take the memory pictures standing on the rainbow bridge, and most of them, they will not spend much energy to get to the top because it's very high and doesn't have stone roof. It's really hard for them to reach to the top. And a little bit to the northern part of Baphuon, you could find a stone block, and scattering around this can be the block of stone falling down from the part of the wall of royal residence or king palace. King palace known as the Phimeanakas. Phimean, it means palace. Nakasa, it means like the palace floating in the sky. This is a modern name given to that building by the local, together with the Chinese diplomat who came here in 1295, known as Mr. Jiu Tak Quan. Jiu Tak Quan, he did a lot of record about the history of this king palace from 1295. And now it doesn't have much to see in the palace. What we still remaining in good shape is the inner wall of King Palace, about 400 meters by 250. We call royal enclosure. And most of the people, they go inside the palace to see the clay brick foundation, known as the original foundation of the storage, or can be the foundation of wooden houses inside the palace. Because as you know, most of ancient Khmer architectures, they build a home for their own resident or own houses from the timber and together with the clay brick. And the stone block, they kept it to build a building for the god. And to the west, you can reach to the west gate, known as the gate of Yama, or the punishment gate, where the French guy in 1956, they found a big statue of Yamaraj, one of the god in Hindu religions, known as the king of hell or the god of punishment. Now they took that statue to National Museum in Phnom Penh. So the west gate of Angkor Thom, or the west gate of King Palace, known as the gate of execution or punishment. And to the east, you look, it's about 300 meters long, known as the owner platform, where the minister and the royal family, together with the high priest, sit on top of this elephant wall or elephant terrace, and keep looking to the eastern part of this wall to see the Cambodian army, and to join and to see the special performance performed by the Khmer acrobat performer or wrestler, kickboxer, and any kind of religious ceremony performed by common people on the ground. And the statue that we can see on this wall, most of these are elephant. Elephant was the main transportation in those days, and also used for religious ceremony and used for the Cambodian general commander going out to war by sitting and standing on the elephant. Elephant is huge and really powerful animal for fighting in the bush. If you go to fight in the open space, they may sit and standing on the big horse. And most of horses, they were not native horse from Khmer. Most of those animals they bought from Mongol. And this elephant terrace, it took 5 years by the money from the South Korea. They paid us some money to restore and to make this stone wall safe. And today we can get to the top of stone wall and standing on top of that and looking to the eastern part of this and can see a little 12 tower standing in front of this elephant wall.
Well, after we listen to Mr. Nikay, let me summarize some story about Angkor Thom for you. Angkor Thom is the capital city of Khmer Empire from 10th to 15th century, and this is not only one single, but there are many temples inside this capital. That Bayon is the central temple of the capital city, and nearby Bayon there are Baphuon, Phimeanakas, Elephant Terrace, and Terrace of Leopard King, and other temples like Subrot in front of the Elephant Terrace as well. I hope you remember some story about Angkor Thom. In the next video, I myself will tell you some story about Baphuon Temple, which is the most famous temple after Angkor Wat. We have more story to tell, travel guide tip to share, and beautiful places to show. Please subscribe or follow for more video. Thank you for watching.